But no, so you were born in Russia.
Yeah.
Like you were not born in the United States.
I was not born in the United States. My birth certificate and everything is in Russian. I was adopted at 18 months old.
Wow.
Adopted at 18 months old. So, I mean, a little bit of that story was...
And here we are. Guys Being Doods, episode 20. Thank you guys for tuning in and listening to Guys Being Doods. You can find us on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and of course, if you're a visual learner, then YouTube. But Luke, 20 Tuesdays in a row, baby.
It's crazy.
It's nuts, dude. It's unbelievable. But here today, episode 20, today in the barn, how is your day going?
Dude, I can't complain, man. Like you said, like you just hyped it up. You got me firing. That last cylinder, I was waiting for it to go. It's going now. It's there.
Good.
I'm ready. I'm ready to go, baby.
Yeah.
You know, we're here. We're at the barn.
Mm-hmm.
It's Tuesday.
Yep.
Right? What is it? Game 4 should be going on right now. So
yeah, game 4 should be going on.
I'm excited.
Yeah, no, I'm very excited. We got a lot to talk about today.
We do.
We got a lot of postseason talk.
Yep.
A little bit of football talk today. There wasn't too much action, but we do have a very interesting topic to share today. And it involves Vegas and sports. So if you guys can put two and two together right now, stay till the end because we got some craziness for you guys. But no, like I said, man, 20 episodes in, and I cannot be happier to get this thing started. But today we're gonna start off with a little bit of Guys Being Doods trivia. Okay,
sounds interesting.
Yeah, no, dude, 20 episodes in, and I was thinking about this. I wonder how much we can, because we've had a lot of guests on, right? So I'm trying to wonder how much you remember.
Okay.
Right? So I'm coming here to test you today. 20 episodes in, and you can test me, feel free if you want. But for all of our listeners out there, if you're listening right now, I want you guys to participate in this too. So I'm just going to ask them a question, right? Whether it's the episode number, the guest, or just anything, okay? I want you to answer, and there's 5 of them.
Shoot them.
Okay? So are you ready?
Born ready, dude. Come on.
I know, dude. That's my fault. You're a dude.
Yeah.
Dudes are born ready. Okay, here we go. Who was the guest and what episode was it where our guest explained the story of when he went to college parties when he was in high school?
Oh.
When he was a freshman in high school. I just messed that up.
Wait, okay, so who
my own segment. I just...
Hey, it's all right. It's A for effort, right?
Yeah, A for effort.
So you said who was the guy, the one that was going to parties?
College parties.
That was BK, huh?
That was BK.
That was episode 2, I believe, right? Yeah, that was episode 2, dude.
Yeah, that was our first guest, actually.
Yeah, that was our first actual guest, dude. Hey, shout out BK. Shout out that episode BK. Because, dude, that one's almost got 1,000 views. I was say a million. I was hyping us up too much. Dude, I'm fired up, man.
You're firing up.
No, but that one almost got 1,000 views. So if you guys haven't checked that one out, go back, check it out, leave a like. Let's get that one to 1,000 for real.
Yeah, dude, that would be crazy.
Yeah, that would be sick. Our first video to 1,000.
Wow. And we got to run that one back with him because, like, I feel like we could have done a lot better, obviously.
Yeah, that one, I mean, dude.
And
that one, there's still so many stories that we didn't hit.
Bro.
It's crazy. It's funny.
But no, all right. So you're 1 for 1. Okay. Good. Question 2. How did we come up with the idea of starting Guys Being Doods?
Oh, shit, we talked about it so many times.
I know.
I think it was the Arizona trip, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was when we were on the way to Arizona. It was on the way back from Arizona.
It was on the way back.
Yeah, that's when we were like, you know what? After everything, we just started a damn podcast. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, so it was the Arizona trip, right?
Yeah. We had time of life, and then just literally 12-hour ride back home, and we're just like, let's start a podcast. I saw a TikTok actually about that where like these 2 dudes, like they're in a car and they have like a long car ride. They're making a joke out of it. And they were like, had a long conversation. At the end of it, we decided to start a podcast.
Hey, that's us.
I was like,
bro.
that's us. Yeah, that's literally how it went down.
That's funny.
But all right, question 3. Which guest of ours was a pitcher in college, but also got tested twice by the NCAA and tested positive for PEDs and ended up getting banned for life? I feel like this is a simple one because there's not many people that this happens to.
This is Z Coops, but I'm trying to remember what episode number this was. Episode 11?
I honestly, I don't even. I think it is 11.
It's 11. It's episode 11. I believe it's episode 11. It has to
be episode 11.
Yeah, I think it's episode 11. Z Coop.
Yeah,
boom. That is crazy.
No, that is a crazy story.
But, hey, I'd be seeing his Instagram story. Shout out Z Coop, bro. I'd be seeing his stories now, man. Dude, he's bigger than the time we had him.
Huge,
bro. He's grinding with that gym stuff, and his buddies that he's working out with are bigger than Bradley Martin. Like I'm not joking, bro. They're massive, dude. It's crazy.
Yeah, you guys got to check out that episode. I mean, dude, the guy got banned from playing sports in NCAA.
Yeah, and he pumped too. He pumped,
dude,
Ched.
Right? Bro, like he pumped Ched, and I guess what happened was they tested him, beginning of the season, and he tested positive for PEDs, and boom, he's out.
Yeah.
So go check that one out.
So-called random too. Yeah, and he was one of the first ones. So
yeah,
it was crazy. Yeah, it was a crazy story. So yeah, like you said, check that one out.
But question 4, here we go. You're 3 for 3.
Hey,
good job, man. What was the nickname given to our episode 14 guest back when he was fighting in the UFC?
Oh, Cole, the Apache Kid Escovedo, baby.
Yep.
Episode 14 right there.
That's a good one, dude. No,
that one is really good,
crazy, bro.
I honestly, that one was the way we started, right? Like, I think people, if they watched all throughout and just everything really got into what he had to talk about, dude, he said some amazing things, bro.
No, really, he really did
crazy things. He like the whole time I'm sitting here just like, damn. Like, I didn't think about it like that. Like, damn, like he really like went through that. Right?
And then you were talking about it after the podcast because he intrigued you so much that after the podcast, you went home and started researching him more. And you ended up finding more things. And then he ended up writing a book.
Yeah. I did know that one before, but we were so into the conversations. Yeah. Like, we got deep into it that we were already 2 hours in. And I was just like, all right, I guess we'll leave it for another time because we talked about bringing him on again. So, but yeah, and then I did find out more about the book though, and everything. But yeah, he wrote a book, and it seems exceptional. I want to get it. I'm trying to finish up another book right now. So after that, I'm gonna get that one and read it.
Yeah, no, but that was episode 14 with Cole Escovedo, former UFC fighter. So go check that one out. And the final question I have for you today is, how many different platforms is Guys Being Doods on? I know it's a simple.
That's a trick question.
Trick question.
Yeah, we're on like everyone, bro. Oh, come on, man.
Okay, good answer. That's a good answer.
Main ones. Instagram, Twitter, YouTube, Spotify, Apple Podcasts. What else am I missing?
YouTube.
Oh, I said YouTube.
TikTok.
Oh, TikTok. Yeah. Boom. There we go.
That's it. That's
dude. We're on all kinds, man.
Yeah, we're on
like Buzzsprout. Hey, yeah, Buzzsprout. You want to tune us in? Google.
The iHeart. I'm pretty sure we're on iHeart podcast. All the Amazon ones, like literally everywhere. You guys can find us at.
I'm telling you, go on Google, type in Guys Being Doods podcast, DOODS.
Yep.
Boom, and I'm telling you, like all of our things pop up like in everywhere. I'm like, we're everywhere, man. Sick, we're really everywhere.
No, we really are, and dude, and it's just like in the matter of a few months. We've gotten to be everywhere.
It's crazy.
No, it's awesome, bro. Yeah. Like that's hard work and like dedication to what
keep expanding,
we love.
Man.
Yep, absolutely. But hey, if you guys were 5 for 5, then let us know because like like Mr. Sula today, right?
Yeah, I was 5 because I'm fired up.
He's a Russian, bro. That's why you got 5 in a row. But no, if you want 5 for 5 right there, that means you're a true fan right there, man. Yeah, you rock with us week to week. So let us know because we want to see those guys.
Yeah, that was a good spread. I mean, you threw in what episode 2 to episode 14 all the way, man. That was a good little spread right there. So yeah, like you said, if you got 5 for 5, that's rocking with us, man.
Dude.
That is.
No, you're a dude at that point.
Like that for us, man.
Yeah, but no, hey, if you didn't get all 5 right, don't worry because if you guys are new here, I'm one of your co-hosts, RJ, and the other co-host right here, Mr. Sula, Luke Sula. But no, we bring a new episode to you guys every Tuesday at 7:30, and not only do our episodes bring great entertainment and great content for you guys, but they hold lots of value, and that's at the end of the day, like a podcast should hold lots of value. The listener should be able to take away something. And that's what we strive to do every single time, whether it's just me and you here, or if we bring on a guest, right? The guests that we bring on week to week, what we like to say behind the doors is, hey, they better seek exceptionalism, right? Yep. We say that behind closed doors because what that means is that they're doing something out of the normal, right? They're going out of their comfort zone, getting vulnerable in life and succeeding. Yeah. And that's what we strive to do. And that's what we strive to continue to bring on here. So if you're new here, keep rocking with us, Guys Being Doods, every Tuesday at 7:30.
Press that subscribe button, baby.
Yeah, press that subscribe button, like the video, comment, man. Hey, there's nothing more than what I love to see. And I know you love to see because you be checking it all the time.
Dude.
People commenting.
Bro, just all of it, bro.
Yeah.
Everything. I mean, the likes, the comments, just all of it. It just gets us going, man.
Gets us going.
But
hey, no, we're warmed up now. Okay, 10 minutes into this. Let's get into some rough waters here. All right. Giants versus Dodgers, dude. And I know this was last week, but you're a Giants fan.
You're hurting me now, dude. I just lost a cylinder, bro.
My cylinder we gotta get that cylinder back. But no, talk about it, dude.
I'm upset.
You're upset.
Yeah.
Why?
I mean, clearly Dodgers were the better team, right? One game better. obviously they beat us that final game, man. But no, I mean overall it was a good series, right?
It was a good
can't
series.
complain.
Great series.
That last strikeout.
Dude.
I mean, if they're not gonna call or if they called that, why didn't they call the one earlier? There was the similar one that they called earlier. He said he didn't go. There were so many different things that happened throughout that game.
Mm-hmm.
You can't say solely that was just on that play, right? Because they were still down, right?
Mm-hmm.
Swing the bats more early in the game, or there were so many guys left on, runners on and all this stuff. So I don't know. It sucks. I mean, great season for both teams.
Yeah.
Giants overall, they beat all odds. They were supposed to be one of the worst teams in the MLB, and look what they did. So hats off to them for sure. I'm curious to see what happens in the offseason, if there's some changes or not.
I don't know, man. I don't think there's gonna be changes because, dude, they played exceptional.
No, they did play really good, but I mean, I think there's 4 or 5 guys in the starting lineup that are going to be free agents this year. Because they were only on like 1-year contracts, or their contracts are just ending. Yeah, so I'm curious to see if they re-sign him or what the deal is. But yeah, so Dodgers. I mean, now
that's never happened in history too. This whole matchup.
No, dude, I'm right. Like that's crazy.
That's crazy, bro.
Yeah,
and like, it's insane. Like if you really think about it, not only have we seen like legends play the game, like all sports, like in our lifetime, but like we've witnessed some crazy things, bro. Like this has never happened before. And the fact that we get to see this like every year, something nuts is unbelievable. But
when they first said that, like I was like, I didn't think about it. I was like, no, that can't be right.
Right?
Like,
it doesn't seem like it would be right.
No way the Dodgers and the Giants have never played. Like, where's this rivalry came from? You know what I mean? Like, how is there like postseason? Come on, that's the biggest, like, but now just like looking deeper into it, and I was like, damn, they really have never played each other like that. It's crazy.
No, it is crazy. And I'm excited that I'm glad that it went to game 5, right?
Of course it is.
Right.
Which we'll get into.
Well, yeah. And what's crazy is, dude, we get game 4 comes, right? And the Dodgers are up in the series. No, Giants are up in the series. Yeah, Giants are up in the series 2-1. And we're just like, dude, the Dodgers are not losing this game. This game is going to go to game 5, no matter what. Because, like, at the end of the day, it's Dodgers versus Giants. Like, this thing is going to game 5. And we predicted it right, man. But, no, from what I've gathered from that series and, like, what I watched after watching it was that the Dodgers just cannot hit a baseball to save their life. And it's transcending into the NLCS, dude.
Yeah, the Dodgers are clearly the better team against the Braves. But they're not hitting shit. And their pitching's not helping them either. No. I mean, honestly, it's not. Like Max Scherzer, he didn't really do anything. If they kept him in longer, maybe it would have been a closer ball game. I don't know. But their pitching's not helping them like they really think it is. I mean, yeah, what they did, the Knebel, the game 5 play, doing all that, yeah, it worked out for them. But I mean, against the Braves, their pitching hasn't done anything. Their hitting has been awful, man.
God awful, dude.
And I mean, what's keeping them in the series is you got guys on the Braves like freaking Freddie Freeman, who's going 0 for 7 in strikeout, or 0 for 6 in strikeouts, man. He can't seem to hit a ball. But I mean, overall.
Sorry to interrupt you, but I feel like even the Giants weren't even hitting very well in that series. Like the Dodgers-Giants game, like, yeah, there was a 1-0 ball game and there was a 2-1 ball game to finish off the series. It wasn't that it was like spectacular games. Like I feel like it was just the sole fact that nobody's been hitting.
Well, the thing with the Giants game, the Giants series though, that we both were talking about, right? They were running up the counts. That was the difference with the Giants. They were, and that's what it looked like they were trying to do. They were trying to work up the counts, get the pitchers' counts up early, right? So they can get to the next guy, Yeah. Because in the postseason, it's hard to score runs in the postseason, right? It's the best of the best teams, best of the best pitching, everything's happening. It's hard to score runs. So those big ball games, I mean, it's tough to happen, but with the season that, has occurred, that just happened, I'm surprised we haven't been seeing these 8-5 or 9
for
crazy
real
ball games. I mean, the Red Sox game, the blowout, the 2 grand slams, that was nuts.
That was nuts.
That was crazy. I ain't gonna catch.
And you called that,
yeah. JD Martinez, bro, was gonna hit that grand
one.
slam. I don't know why I was feeling it, but I just felt it, man. I was just like, he's gonna hit something today, and it's gonna be something big. And I didn't think it was gonna be in the first inning, but shit, he hit it in the first inning. No, yeah,
literally. You caught, and you said that like hours before the game. Like it wasn't like when he was up to bat. Like Luke was just chilling there. He was like, man, JD Martinez he's gonna do something big or something. He's gonna do something big. First inning, bang, grand slam. I'm like, no way. But no, hey, the Braves are ahead in the series 2-0.
You think they can hold it?
I think the Dodgers will win game 3. I think Dodgers will win game 3. They're back at home. Because LA at home, I feel like they play really well, and their fans back them up when they get ahead. So at the start of the game, I think it'll be high energy, but it will definitely die down. But speaking of energy, that leads me to the next series, the Boston versus Astros.
Right.
Have you watched those games?
Yeah, I have.
the energy, like you just said in episode 19, right? We're talking about the better fans.
AL or NL.
Dude, the energy in the Red Sox versus Astros is unbelievable. Yeah. It is craziness. The NLCS is just like a normal series. It feels like, two teams battling it out. But the AL, they're going neck to neck, dude.
Bro, I remember looking at the Braves. We were watching the Braves game, and they're showing behind home plate, and there's nobody in behind home plate.
There's
and like these are all
empty seats.
Yeah, there's empty.
Stuff.
I'm like, wait, and they said that they went like up to go somewhere or whatever. But I was just like, yo, this is a playoff game, and it's like they're playing right now. Why is nobody watching this game? Like, it just didn't make sense to me. But at the ALC, bro, everybody's dialed in. They're cheering the whole game, bro. It's crazy. That series is crazy.
That series.
I think the true Astro fans are also. They're staying in it.
They're staying in.
They're gonna root hard for their Astros, right? So they're gonna stay active the whole game as long as they can.
But I think the Red Sox Game 3 is right now. Right?
Yes.
I think the Red Sox are taking this one.
Think so?
At home, dude, that you watched it against the Yankees, bro.
They're the most consistent team.
Oh, especially when they're at home.
Yeah, dude.
Bro, those games when they're at Fenway are unbelievable. The energy, dude, the people are standing the whole game.
That's what they were saying so they were saying that the difference in this series would be the fact that Astros need to keep the Red Sox away from the corners. They need to keep them away from the left and right side because at home, it's so easy to hit home runs on the left and right side. But if they keep them dead center, if they can't keep them dead center, it's so much further, right? It hasn't happened for them yet.
I know. But how do you think the Astros are going to do? Like, do you think they're going to finish out the series? Do you think they're going to beat the Red Sox?
I think it goes Game 7. The Red Sox, I think they should beat them, but dude, right? Who doesn't want to see the Astros and the Dodgers in the World Series?
That's my newest prediction, man,
right?
too.
Entertainment purposes, man.
Entertainment purposes, man. I truly believe that the Dodgers and the Astros are going to face at it again. And I don't know. I do know why I have those speculations, but think about it. The last real World Series that we had was Dodgers Astros. Okay. The next one was Washington and Dodgers, huh?
Yeah.
So no one really counts that one because it was a 50-game season.
Yeah,
like nobody counts. Yeah.
Well, if you're a Dodger fan, you count it.
Yeah. If you're a Dodger fan,
all the Dodger fans are like, we won it last year. We're World Series. I'm like, bro, I don't even remember that season.
No, I really don't either, dude.
Oh, dude.
Like it's like a snap. Like it's gone.
Yeah, I remember not watching any of those games too because I was just like, I watched a few of them when it was back, but it wasn't the same.
Yeah, no, definitely was not the same. But no, 2 years ago, bro, Dodgers versus Astros, like. Why wouldn't that matchup happen again, right? Because the whole controversy over that series was the Astros were cheaters, dude, right? The Dodgers are saying, was it 2019?
Yeah, I believe so.
Yeah. And then all the Dodgers, were saying at the time, like, hey, that World Series trophy is ours, right? Remember, there's a whole petition. Like, people were trying to have, like, everybody sign. There was, like a bunch of Dodger fans were trying to sign a petition to get the MLB to hand over the World Series trophy. Mm-hmm. Like, one, that's never going to happen. But two, that just shows you how much frustration there was there. So just imagine it here now, 2 years later. Let's happen again. COVID's out, right? Not out the door, but people are going to the games again. Things are starting to get back to normal. And why wouldn't they have that?
Right. Yeah, no, I see it happening, so we'll see.
But the only thing that's going to step in, I think, in front of their way, I think the Dodgers will be all right with the Braves, but the Red Sox are going to give the Astros.
Yeah, Dodgers. I think Dodgers should be fine with the Braves too. Mm-hmm. But with what they're doing, if they keep not hitting and they keep making these base running mistakes and all, like the other thing too about last night's game, they should have. I don't know why they put Kenley Jansen in that game to close the game. Should have kept Gratterall in, kept him doing his thing. He was pumping. He was doing fine. They had 2 outs.
Yeah.
Motherfucker, do it right down the pipe, and he could have caught it, but he's a closer. He doesn't have those instincts like that. He's just there to throw hard and throw strikes. You know what I mean?
My question is, like, you come into the game in that moment, and dude, like, your fastball is not the same as what it was, and the first pitch you come into the game, you're gonna throw a fastball down the middle.
It's
barreled up, bro. Like, it was barreled up, but then Corey Seager backhanded. Like, that's lazy in my opinion. Corey Seager got really lazy
with Kenley slowing it down because if it didn't hit Kenley's Canley's glove, then yeah, that's a missile.
Did it hit Canley's glove?
Yeah, it hit his glove.
Okay.
So that's a missile up the middle. But it didn't. It hit his glove, so it slowed it down a little bit. Seager should have at least bodied it up. Something. But yeah, he was.
Brandon Crawford's bodying that up, huh?
He's at least doing something. I don't know. Like, just the way he went about that play was just like, come on, man. Like, you're an MLB second baseman, shortstop too. You can make that play, dude. Like, at least body it up. At least keep it in front. I don't know how he let it just go straight through him. It was crazy.
Yeah.
But
before we get into some football talk, so we want to talk about college football here. But I have a question for you. What are your thoughts if you're Max Scherzer right now, and the way you've been pitching this postseason? You've gone back-to-back games, carving.
He's still making a bag, bro.
He's making a bag, but dude, that dude's a competitor. You can see it in his eyes, the way he acts on the mound. When the coach goes out there for a mound visit, the dude's pissed, right? The dude's a competitor.
No, he is a competitor for sure.
He threw a stellar of a ball game against the Giants and lost 1-0. That's no offensive support right there, right? And you're a dude, bro. Max Scherzer's a dude. That's Mad Max, right? And he's good enough to make those adjustments. We saw it, right? Before the Dodgers-Giants matchup that he had, he was shit, kind of. And he made that adjustment, and you said it too. You're like, Mad Max is a good enough pitcher. He's not going to have back-to-back bad games. He's going to make that adjustment. He's going to go figure it out, and he's going to come back here, and boom, he did. And his team didn't even score one run from him. Last night happens again, dude. Like, not that severe, but to only score 2 runs from him, they only scored 2 runs from him.
Yeah,
that's craziness, bro.
I'm sure it's in the back of his head. It's frustrating, but like I said, he's making a bag right now, and they're still in the playoffs. They're still in the postseason. So I mean,
true.
I don't know how upset can he really be.
They're down 2-0 in the series,
right?
That could play some effect.
So yeah, no, I know, but like, I don't think he's sitting there biting his nails on it type thing. Damn, why isn't
I'll tell you who's not. Clayton Kershaw. The dude's just giggling, laughing,
I keep saying it every game I watch, bro. He's just sitting there spitting seeds, making a bag, man. Yep. He's just enjoying it, which is, I mean, it's all right. But hey, if he was on the mound, they'd lose. So
yeah, that's true. No, and that's why I think he's so complacent, bro. He's just so happy. He's just part of the team, you know.
Yeah.
But no, hey, college football, man. Did any games pique your interest? The Dogs,
man. They shut him out. I think it should have been a bigger. I think it should have been a better game.
Yeah, no, 100%. I think everybody can agree on that.
I predicted. I mean, Bulldogs should have won that game regardless. But I think it should have been a better game. Wyoming should have played better. I think so. Like, overall, they should have put some more points on the board. But 17-0, I don't know, man.
And what was it, like 7-0 going into the second half?
Yeah, if that, dude. They didn't score the first half or something like that, or first quarter, and then it was just, I don't know, man.
It's a tough.
It didn't look the same. The energy didn't look the same. Nothing looked the same
compared to what, like the first game or like
first 3-4 games, right? The energy was there for all those games, and just over. Yeah, it did not look.
It's just not there, dude. Like, I don't know. Like, low key, we look confused with the play calling too. I mean, I'm not a coach myself, so I'm not the ones calling plays. I don't know as much as what they know. But at the end of the day, it's like we're not moving the ball at all. We're not like we'll run it and then we get like 4 yards and then we change up the whole offense for like another play and then it works and then we vacate that plan and then it's like, bro, what's our game plan?
Yeah, no, I don't know, man. And I thought, it figured with giving Jake Haener some time to rest up, he would have been looking even better than he has been looking.
Sharp.
Yeah, more sharp. And it didn't look like he had the same energy. Like, that's what I was just thinking. It just didn't look like he had the same energy. He was connecting with the right passes here and there, but the energy, that's what it was lacking.
Yeah.
And I mean, Wyoming's they're good. I mean, they were 4-1 too, right? Or something like that. But I mean, now they're 0-2 in Mountain West, so we'll see how that goes. But Nevada this week, I think that one's gonna be a better game because I think they're more of a gritty team.
Yeah, and they just beat Hawaii, which, I mean, we lost to Hawaii, but obviously we didn't play a great game at all against them.
Hawaii made us look goofy.
Yeah.
Goofy, man. Dude, bro, I'm gonna be honest, Hawaii they looked fast. They looked so fast compared to Fresno State. And it was crazy. Like, against UCLA, Fresno State looked fast. And I don't know, it was just. So I'm curious to see what the heck's happening with these guys. I hope they win out. They should win out. Boise State will be a good game. That'll be a good determining game.
Yeah.
Nevada will be a good game.
Who's SDS State or SD State? We're gonna try to go to that game for my birthday, man.
That'd be sick.
Yeah, let's try to go for that. It's on that Saturday. It's in Carson, near San Diego.
Yeah.
So we should try to go to that.
Make it
happen.
Be
dope. And then Halloween the next day.
That'll be a good game because SDSU, they're undefeated right now.
No, they're ranked right now too.
Yeah.
So, I mean, that's our next shot right now to another ranked.
Hey, I don't know if you saw it, I don't know if you watched any of the other games, though, but the Tennessee and Ole Miss game. Right?
I just saw highlights.
Dude, it brought me back to when Tyler Bray was talking about like Lane Kiffin and all that.
Oh, yeah.
So Lane Kiffin's coaching for Ole Miss now,
Uh-huh.
right? And so they played Tennessee. It was at Tennessee, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
And like I don't think I only watched about the second half, but I think they started throwing some stuff here and there in the first half, but dude, towards the end of the game.
Wait, what do you mean throwing some stuff?
They were throwing like beer cans, water bottles.
Like the fans in the crowd?
Yeah, fans, right? So they start throwing stuff at him, right? And then towards the end of the game, like then everybody starts getting in it. So people are just throwing shit at him, right?
No way.
Game ends, dude. People are chucking golf balls at him now.
No
dude, straight golf
way.
balls. There's a video that it literally like comes like I think it like hits him in the arm or something, like falls down to the ground. He like looks, he picks it up. And he's like looking back, like, what the fuck, man? Like, what are you guys doing?
No
like,
way.
yeah. And he's just like all like kind of mad and everything, bro. But I mean, they showed a picture like once everybody left the field, dude. It looked like someone threw a party on the field, bro. Like just on that sideline, there was so much trash.
Shit.
It was crazy.
So they were playing at Tennessee.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
they're not fans of Lane Kiffin.
Yeah, they probably hate that fool. If you guys want to go hear the reason why they hate him, go to episode, what was Tyler's? 14? No, that was Cole's.
Yeah. 13.
13, yeah.
Yep.
Go to Tyler Bray's episode and hear that story why they hate Lane Kiffin, man.
Dude, that was crazy though.
That is nuts. But did anything pique your interest this week in the NFL? It's kind of slow games, a lot of under games, whatever.
I mean, yeah, we were betting on them, so we were hyped up about them, and we watched all Sunday. But I mean, there wasn't any
nothing
crazy
exciting.
games. The Panthers-Viking games went to overtime.
That's a 12th overtime game this season, dude.
Oh, really?
That's like the most. No, actually, no, it's 11th. The most ever in history is 12.
Oh,
and
damn.
We're only week 6 in, dude.
Yeah, that's crazy.
That is
crazy.
nuts, bro. Like we've had so many overtime games. Every week there's at least a couple.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I mean, I don't know. There wasn't anything too big. Everybody was saying that the Ravens-Chargers game was supposed to be like the playoff game of the year.
Dude, Justin Herbert looks so silly.
Dude, but he was looking good up until that game.
Yeah.
And Lamar, I mean, the running game out of nowhere just was exceptional for literally Devontae Freeman, man. He ran all over them. them. And then it gave Lamar a chance to run around and do his thing too. And then, Marquise Brown, little Hollywood, he did his thing. So, I mean, overall, they made them look silly, bro. Like, so I don't know.
What are your opinions on Lamar Jackson? Because this year there's a lot of thoughts thrown out there, especially like on ESPN and SportsCenter, how this guy's the best deal ever to be seen, dude. Like, and I've watched several games this season of him. The dude has only like one good quarter, right? He's usually if he has a shitty first half, it messes with his head. He's over there slamming his hand on the ground. He's over there pouting on the sidelines, right? That's what I see. And for some reason, the media just does not see that. They see with the final score. They see him beating the Colts in the last freaking seconds of the game, right? That's what they see, and they're hyping him all up and all this and that. And just again yesterday, dude, right? He had some momentum, right? Had a ton of momentum, right? I mean, the dude is just going off, destroying the Chargers, and then I think it was a pick, and the dude is just beating himself up.
Oh yeah, that was when Herbert threw the pick, and then he threw a pick. Literally the next play. Yeah, I mean, but that's just overall. That's just bad, dude. Yeah. I mean, you shouldn't do that as a quarterback.
Right.
I'd beat myself up too as a quarterback. But going on what you're saying, I mean, I think people's talk about Lamar Jackson is because what he did to the quarterback, how he changed the quarterbacking, like
being more versatile. More quicker
he's
on
the reason why people and coaches and all that look at quarterbacks different now, right? They want the mobile quarterbacks. They want the guys that can do everything, the quick twitch, like Greg was talking about, right? Mm-hmm. He's the reason why the quarterback game is changing, the offense is changing, the game is changing. I think so. So that's why he's so talked about in a sense. And he can do a lot of the things that a lot of other quarterbacks can't do. I mean, dude, what was that 2 weeks ago? What game was it? Was it, or it might have been like the first game of the season, the Raider game or whatever, that one when he made that crazy, like jumped over the lineman, just boom. Like, I mean, dude, you don't see quarterbacks doing that. Like, he does a lot of things like that. I mean, yeah, you watch his games, he will throw probably 2 interceptions. He'll fumble, and he's very prone to fumble. But I think it's the fact of what he did,
what he brings to the team,
what he brings to the NFL, what he has brought to the NFL, right? Because still there's some you bring up Lamar Jackson, everybody's fired up about him, like, oh yeah, he's a great quarterback, stuff like that, right? So he's a talked about name. I don't think for like an overall player to bring him up like a Tom Brady type talk like that. No, I think he's just changes the way the game is playing. Mm-hmm. And that's why he's so talked about. Because there was nobody like him up until now. But now we see guys like him. We got Kyler Murray. We got, Patrick Mahomes. We got
Kyler Murray's a beast, bro.
You know what I mean? So now that he's there, now we're seeing the transition.
Yeah. Could you imagine if Kyler Murray went to baseball?
That's crazy.
All that potential and talent that we see right now would have been wasted, bro.
You think wasted, or you think he would have just done that in baseball? He was good at baseball too. He was just as good.
Yeah, I know, but he's incredible on the football field, bro.
He also does have an incredible team, though. His wideouts are insane. His line is insane. Yeah. His defense is insane. So, they are his first year. It was patchy because he was still trying to figure out, and he was so much smaller. Now he's figured it out a little bit. But I think it also, his team's good, bro. Mm-hmm. His overall team is good. But yeah, he's a really good quarterback for sure.
Yeah, so, but the one game that piqued my interest the most, man, and it honestly got me pretty fired up. And guys, this pissed me off. I went on a rant on Twitter about it. It absolutely got my blood boiling. But Thursday night football, the Buccaneers versus the Eagles. Okay, now this game, right? Looking at it, you're just thinking, okay, Bucs are winning that. No problem, right? Money line, bet it, because it's just the Bucs are always going to beat the Eagles, especially with Tom Brady there. Tom Brady just won't do that. Well, what I got so upset about was the ending of the game came to 28-22, right? The over-under was 52.5. Right? So for any of you guys that don't sports bet, the over-under is the total of the final score. So 28-22 is 50 points. Well, the over could have definitely hit, and this is why I'm so upset. Tom Brady and the Bucs in the fourth quarter, winning by 6 points, marched all the way up the field to the 7th-yard line and decided to kneel the game out. And in my head, I'm like, what is going on? All right. So if you're listening, I know it's hard to keep up, but just try to keep up with me. Okay. So when I say the spread is Bucs -7, that means the Buccaneers were favored by 7 points to win. Okay. So by the Bucs and Tom Brady kneeling out the rest of the game, it made the Eagles cover the spread,
right?
And also the under hit. Okay. Now, why I got so much confusion and questions from this whole thing was it should not have ended that way. It was forced. Tom Brady forced the game to end like that, and we all watched it.
Is this the same one that it was the bets were out about him getting 3 or more yards? And
yes.
When he kneeled it, he also went down to the under.
See, this exact that when he kneeled out, right? There was a bet that Tom Brady would have over 1.5 rushing yards. Okay, Tom Brady in 4 quarters to have over 1.5 rushing yards. That's one step, guys. Yeah. That's literally a couple steps, and he gets it. Well, when he kneels the game out, he went -1 yard and -1 yard to end up with only 1 yard. And there was 95% of bets were on the over of 1.5.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Right? That's insane. It's just is it a coincidence or is something happening here? Because from what I witnessed and what we witnessed was Tom Brady stopped that game so the Eagles cover and the under hit, and that prop bet with 95% of money that Vegas has in their hand right now went underneath, and everybody lost their money because the house always wins, Mr. Sula.
It's quite a coincidence, eh?
It's quite a coincidence. Now, I know it's a lot. You may have not understood it, okay? But if you did, now listen to this. I started beginning to get more questions, right? So I began to do some research, and guys, what I'm about to share with you guys, it's not, it's not biased. This is not where I stand with anything. It's just what I found. I want you guys to speculate on your own. You guys can come up with your own decision, make your own final decision. But I obviously have my opinion with it. But I'm going to share this next piece with you guys. And it's from Super Bowl 37 champion, Dwight Smith. And he's going to talk about, he's in an interview, WDA Tampa Bay. It's a radio show. And they brought him on just this beginning of the year before the Super Bowl happened. Okay. And they brought him on to talk about the Super Bowl. Well, when they were interviewing him, they were asking him about, hey, what do you think about this matchup? And listen what he's about to say.
Yeah, y'all know all the X's and O's, man. I'm just sitting at home watching. I don't like to get into that because I don't believe the game is really decided on the field. So, I don't get into all the X's and O's and talking, man. Like I said, I played in the game. I set a Super Bowl record, and we knew every play they was running before the game started. So
did you guys know every play before the ball was snapped?
I'm just saying, man, the game ain't decided on the field. That's all I'm going to say. Like I said, I predict who's going to be in the Super Bowl. It ain't about who has the best players. football is entertainment. So what's the most entertaining Super Bowl? The Bucs in their first one against Patrick Mahomes has nothing to do with if these are the best teams, because we know that these aren't the best teams. The Bucs are not the best NFC team.
But the Bucs beat Green Bay like 38-10 at Raymond James Stadium in the regular season.
You're not listening to me, man. You keep saying
So how is it decided then if it's not on the field?
The Giants won the Super Bowl in 2007. I had two pick sixes. One I took back 93 yards, another pick up there in New York. We beat them 40-something. We didn't have Adrian Peterson. They went on to win a Super Bowl. Like, you go for who beat what and how? Like, come on, man. Stop that.
All right, so how do you see this one playing out on Sunday?
It depends on when Vegas make that call. How Vegas ain't going to lose the most money.
Football is entertainment, eh?
Football is entertainment, man. And it's kind of crazy because are all sports entertainment, right? Are we just turning into the WWE? You know, it's nuts. But no, with that, like I'm gonna go over it again. I'm just gonna give it a short one, right? So it's first and goal, dude, on the 7-yard line, right? Bucs can either kick a field goal or score a touchdown. There's 2 minutes left in the game, dude. There's so much time on the clock, right? They kneel out so then the Eagles can cover because there was hardly any money there, right? And there was hardly any money there. And at the end of the day, Vegas has to win. Vegas is still up and running. The lights are still on 24/7 for a reason.
Okay, so when was this video out?
This video is at the beginning of the year.
Okay, so and he was saying that he goes, I ain't gonna say anything else, but they know the game. They know what's gonna happen before the game starts.
Yes, he talked about how in his Super Bowl, Super Bowl 37, he knew exactly what was coming.
So I mean, what are your thoughts? That's what I'm saying. Because that's the thing too. Is like. Is it a sense that is just social media just blowing this up, right? Because I mean, if you look things up, there's articles, things, right?
Yeah, there's a bunch of stuff.
There's so much stuff now, right? Because now it's a thing to talk about. Is it really a thing? But it is such a coincidence that these things happen. You know what I mean?
But is it not a coincidence?
Right. No, I know. But see, my question too, though, is it's like when though. When are they really like? When is that really happening? I don't see these guys making that much. I guess. I
could see Tom Brady doing it though, because Tom Brady's always taking a pay cut, bruh. When he was on the Patriots, he wanted lesser money.
Isn't that right?
Because he wanted the rest of the money to go to the rest of the team. Same thing here with the Bucs, bro. Like last season, he took a pay cut because he wanted everybody to stay on the team.
Yeah,
dude, you're the best quarterback in the year or in the whole world, and you're getting paid like 19, 20 million compared to like Dak Prescott. I don't know what he's making, but Dak Prescott's making way more.
Yeah.
Josh Allen's making way more.
Yeah. No,
that doesn't make sense, bro. I know your wife's a Sports Illustrated model, and they got money just in general.
But
because she's made money since she could freaking walk too, bro.
Yeah.
Like but is it just the fact that he has that much money that he doesn't care, or is he getting paid out by Vegas?
I mean, I would hate if that's the way sports is going. If that's the way sports is going, man, damn, that sucks, right? Because I mean, it takes out a lot of the fun, takes out a lot of everything. But that's such a bold statement, right? To say that there.
It is. No, it's really it is.
It would take a lot. It would take a big person for it to come out. I think if there was something like that,
sports betting would collapse if this was true.
Right?
If this was true and it actually came out to the public, sports betting would collapse, bro.
And there's like so many ifs, ands, and buts about it.
Oh my gosh, dude, it is nuts, bro. And like what blows my mind too is like the lines, bro. Like how these people make the lines. Like that 1-0 ball game for the Dodgers versus Giants. The opening over under was 1.5.
1.5, yeah.
How do you guess that a postseason game 3, would only be a 1-run game?
Yeah.
One total run in the game.
And the next game was the over. Like it was like
8. It was 8. Like it's iffy. It's iffy. It makes you like wonder like, okay, how did they get that right?
I mean,
like, I don't know how
the thing I see a lot too is people pride the fact on stats, right? They believe that, and I do believe stats do have a lot of things. You know, it makes it easier to understand what could happen, but to predict the exact outcome, I don't think stats really are all there, but I don't know that much enough about stats. So it's interesting.
Now there was another, so I continued to do more research, all this and that, and I ended up coming across more articles. And if you guys just look up like just Vegas and sports betting, like a bunch of articles will come up. But What I also heard was that there's players in on it, obviously. So like a guy like Tom Brady would be in on it, but it's not all the players supposedly.
But see, if that was the case, I mean, that's like a federal law or some shit.
Oh no, for sure.
Yeah. So like that's what like are they really crossing that line?
Dude, Tom Brady's been protected by the NFL for his whole career, bro.
Dude,
like no, realistically, I'm a Brady fan.
No,
bro.
I know.
I'm a Brady fan, and realistically, like, how much has he gotten away with, bro? Like, remember the Patriots Super Bowl when they deflated the balls? Like, just like think about all the stuff that has happened, bro. This dude's been in the league for how many 20 years. Like, he's gotten away with a lot. The NFL protects him. I mean, I'm not saying he'd go out there and he's doing something terrible to where he could get kicked out, but you know what I mean.
It's interesting, man. I don't know. I couldn't tell you exactly.
I don't have an answer to it too.
It is interesting to definitely to look forward into, to see if anything more and more keeps coming out or if they just keep brushing it under the table, which I mean, if they're making their money, they're just going to keep brushing it under the table. You know what I mean? So I don't know, but on another note, there was some good music out this past Thursday, Friday. I don't know if you've listened to the new Young Thug, Young Thug album, Punk, bro.
Oh,
dude,
Jinx.
Hey, you owe me a Coke now. No, but hey, that was fire, dude. Like, I'm talking that literally, like, it's its own genre in an album. Like, I'm talking, that thing is art, man. I like every song is just art
from head
to
to toe, bro. Like, literally, like the album covers art, like the music's just art. Like, it's all
different vibe
awesome.
in each song. Like, I don't know. I thought it was really good. Like, it bops, bro.
You're pumped for that, dude. I remember Wednesday night or something like that. You're fired up.
Yeah,
dude.
I mean, dude, I've been listening to Life of Dawn since it came out 2 weeks ago, and like, it's still that stellar, bro. But I don't know. I just like once I listened to the Thugger, man, I was like, all right, this is some vibe.
Yeah, dude, it's nice to hear Travis Scott now. Like, dude, like he's on several songs. His Life of Dawn. I mean, he was all over that thing, and then here he's featured a couple times or once or something like that. But dude, it's nice to hear his voice in some other songs. But beside his own,
two of these songs, two of the songs in the album. No, yeah, it is. It's it's better than just the old little auto-tune vibe. He's kind of just giving it just his feature, putting
who do you think right now, what artist is standing out to you the most this year?
I mean, it's Lil Baby's year, I think.
You think again? I think it was last year, bro. Last year he was the artist of the year. Last year he was already artist of the year. This year, I don't know.
Well, people are going to debate now because Drake and Kanye's album are out.
True.
That. So, but they've only dropped one album. So I don't know. Maybe, I mean, honestly, maybe Drake did take the year because he did feature in a lot of songs this year.
Yeah,
too.
He did.
He featured a shit ton of songs. So,
dude, we're already coming up to the end of the year. That is nuts, dude. Right? Middle of October.
Dude, it blows me away to think that it feels like I was just in Nashville, but that was the beginning of the year, bro. Like,
that was.
And to me, like, that feels like it was literally like last month. It's crazy.
Oh, that is nuts.
To
me. Oh, sorry.
No, go ahead. What?
To me, Gunna, dude. I like ever since our Arizona trip, right? And you were playing like some Gunna, some like SoundCloud Gunna, some like.
He just hasn't dropped anything new for me. That's why I couldn't say it. But no, Gunna is just all time flame for me, bro.
Gunna is fire, bro.
He's a vibe.
No, he is a vibe. He needs to drop something. I mean, his last album was what, a year ago, and it was pretty good.
Like that, something like that. But Mac Miller, he just re-released his album.
You were talking about that.
It's pretty cool. I mean, he dropped it in 2014 when he was still alive and all that. But it was just kind of an album of him talking about his life, like when he would wake up, and what he felt. Kind of just
really?
Just him going through certain scenarios in his life, and that, like he said, he would like when I was reading some things, they were saying that like that's what the album was really about. Just him. It was mainly of him just like writing things in bed. Like just of the day or the night or whatever, and then he would translate that into the song, and that's what that album kind of is in a sense. And over the years, they've added a few songs. Like every year, they'll add a song from songs he's already made, and this year they just re-released it, and I believe they added 1 or 2 songs. I haven't fully listened to it to figure out which one it is, but it's pretty. I mean, it's a vibe, dude. It's just
that's cool.
You can relate to it a little bit. It's about live. Is
that the album where it's like a white background and he's sitting on the floor with like the red
No. It's yellow. It's this yellow background. Kind of look like an acid trip looking thing. But
I never listened to Mac Miller. But like the songs that you've played in the car, they're bops, bro.
No, yeah, he's just like a
vibe, good, feel good.
Yeah, like I don't know. He's not like to me. I wouldn't listen to him every day, 24/7. I couldn't.
But when you got to go for like one of those drives,
a few of his songs that get you in the vibe for sure, because his beat is so different, his tone is so different.
And he died when 2018.
2018, yeah, he was like 26, dude.
Wow,
crazy, right?
That is nuts.
But yeah, man, I think we should get into some life a little bit, huh?
Yeah, no, we definitely got to get into some life.
Episode 20.
Episode 20, man.
Right?
And we've waited for this next segment that we're about to do right now for we had this idea before 10. Dude,
Yeah, probably
like over 10 weeks ago, we had this idea.
Well, I think we were going to do
it
in the first episode, and I think we just we're like, nah, let's wait. Yeah, let's just wait.
Yeah.
And then we just kept waiting. So I don't know. I mean,
yeah, we're established now.
Now we're
I feel
here.
like we're
established. It out.
Yeah, we got our
episode 20. The feet are wet.
Yes.
So let's go.
Let's go, man. Today we're going to talk a little bit about ourselves, because I feel like we've never talked about who we are. We've barely said our name on here.
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, it's like, this podcast is not about us, right? We don't think, we got to make sure to say our name in it, because we want them to know us. No, it's more of for you guys, just come in, hang out with us. You're here at the bar with us.
Catch a vibe, man. Just hang out.
Catch a vibe, talk some dude shit, But no, today we're gonna talk about where we came from, because we're both not from here, man.
Yeah,
we're gonna chop it up right now.
Chop it up a little bit,
but
get deep.
Yeah, no, your story is a little. I shouldn't say a little bit. It's way more entertaining than what my backstory is. I still have some backstory, but Mr. Sula here is from Russia.
Yeah, Kazakhstan, Russia, baby.
How do you pronounce it?
Kazakhstan.
Kazakhstan.
Yeah. So I was born in Kostanay, Kazakhstan, which is that own little deal. But
okay.
I tell everybody Russia, and all that, because when I say Kazakhstan, nobody knows where the fuck that is. Right?
It sounds Russian, but yeah, no.
Yeah, but in general, if you don't know me
idea.
and all that, or just whatever the case is, and they ask me where I'm born or whatever, I'll just say Russia. That's what I've always told, And and the thing is, though, is I am Russian, but the thing about Kazakh people is they're more Asian, because they're closer to China. If that makes sense. So they're in Central Asia. And at the time, Kazakhstan was part of the Soviet Union.
Okay.
And then up until 1996 or something like that, they moved out, became their own country, and then they were part of Central Asia. That's when some Chinese people started moving in, and it became a more Chinese populated area. So that's why I don't look Chinese, and I'm not Kazakhstan.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm Russian, but I was born in Kazakhstan, if that makes sense.
Yeah, that makes sense. So Russia's the largest country in the world, correct?
It's the 9th largest country.
What?
Yeah.
What's the biggest one? I feel like when I see them on a map.
Russia. Yeah. Sorry.
Russia,
yeah,
right?
Russia. Yeah.
I could be wrong, but
yes, Russia. You're right. I think because
it's massive, dude.
All of Europe, damn.
Yeah, no, it's humongous.
Yeah, it's one of the biggest ones, I'm pretty sure.
But no, so you were born in Russia.
Yeah.
You were not born in the United States.
I was not born in the United States. My birth certificate and everything is in Russian. I was adopted at 18 months old.
Wow.
Adopted at 18 months old. So, I mean, a little bit of that story was kind of just what I've always known that I was adopted. Ever since I was able to know, there's people I've talked to, and they were like, oh, when'd your parents tell you? What do you mean? And I'm just I've always known. When I was able to know, I knew. And the thing my parents told me was just we didn't want to hide that from you. That's not something we feel to hide from you. It's a cool story. It's such a cool story. We feel they don't even know that, they don't even know the whole story. They don't know, they know as much as I know, type thing. And kind of what I know is my parents, my adopted parents at the time, they were trying to have kids. And I think they went through 2 or 3 miscarriages. And so my adopted mom was she's I want to adopt. That was her thing. And I guess that was her thing the whole time. And she always wanted to adopt, but it was she was still wanted to have her own kids. And so she decided to adopt, and she was looking, didn't really find anything that set her interest. And my mom had a daughter, and she was about 16, 17 probably at the time. And she was looking too, she was kind of helping my mom. And she found me and another kid. And I guess I had this picture, I looked so sad. And I was in these little baby overalls. And I had this little teddy bear, I guess.
Uh-huh.
And in that picture, I'm just looking in the camera, just sad. It's sad as fuck, that's just the way they said it. They said I look hella sad, but I look so cute, I had this bald white head, these blue eyes at the time. And no, it might've been green eyes at the time. My eyes were changing, but we'll get into that a little more. But they look at it, and I didn't have a name. I just had a number. And so my sister was man, he's so cute. And then there was this other kid, she was and so my mom comes home from work. She shows the computer, and my mom said she's as soon as I saw your picture, I fell in love with you. I knew that you need to be my son, And so my dad was out of town on a work trip. He was on a business trip to this national sales meeting or whatever. Mm-hmm. And he comes back a few days later, and I guess my mom that whole time was up for like 48 hours straight, just like searching everything she could find, everything about me, trying to find my name, couldn't find anything. The only thing she was able to find was where I was born, and it was Kazakhstan. But she didn't even know how to say it. Like, she knew nothing about it. She was pronouncing like Kazakhstan or something like that. Like, she knew nothing about it, right? My dad comes home like a week later, something like that. She's all pumped. She comes as soon as he walks to the door. That's from my dad telling me the story. As soon as he walks to the door, he shows her the computer, and she's like, "We're gonna go get him." My dad's like, "What?" It's like, we're going to Kazakhstan and we're gonna go get him.
Kazakhstan.
And my dad's like, "What the fuck are you talking about?" And he said he laughs. He's like, "Yeah, all right, honey. Like, yeah, sure. That's what we're gonna go do." And the way he tells the story, he goes, 9 months later, my ass is on a plane to go get me. So after that happened, after she's like, we're gonna go do it. The way she was and she is, she put her mind to it, man. And she fundraised. She like did all kinds of things, did a bunch of community things, all this stuff. Told everybody in the community. I think they might have been living in like Madera or Fresno at the time, something like that. Told as many people as she could. And people helped out and, made this happen.
Wow.
They flew to Kazakhstan. And I mean, it's pretty crazy because they said that when they flew from San Francisco to Germany, Germany to Kostanay, which is the main place, or Almaty, which is the capital of Kazakhstan, then Almaty to Kostanay. Well, they said from Almaty to Kostanay was like an hour flight. There was no air pressure on the plane, right? There's no air pressure. There was goats. And there's chickens, no cages. Like, they're in the plane, just chilling. I'm not bullshitting you. Like, the way my dad...
Wait, time out. So you got a unpressurized plane.
My parents said their ears are just...
That was my first thing right now. What were they...
Yeah, their ears were like, felt like they were bleeding. Like, that's what they were saying.
Oh my God.
Right? So the airplane's not pressurized and like crazy that my dad said he's like, he genuinely thought he was going to die on that plane. Like, it's the scariest thing ever. Like, he's like, I look behind me and there's a fucking goat. Like, I've never seen this. And, the craziest thing that I try to tell people, and I think that a lot of people really don't understand, is like, at the time and still now, it is such a it is a whole nother world. It is nothing like, even what you would think, try to picture in your mind, it's nothing like that, dude. It is truly a whole nother world. My dad said he felt like he was back in like the 1800s when he went there.
No way.
It was crazy. So when they're getting...
So Kazakhstan's a poor city?
Yeah, very, very, very poor. So
really?
And I'll get into that a little more. So when they were on that flight and all that, their translator, somebody was telling them, they said, "Hey, look, so when you guys get off, just grab your bags, go straight to where you guys are going." They might have been going to their taxi or whatever. Go straight to wherever you guys are going and don't look and don't talk to anybody. So there's going to be people lined up and they're going to ask you to help you with your bags. And so what they're going to try to do is they're going to help you with your bags, and then they're going to take your bags, hold them for ransom, and then make you pay up a big buck. They didn't believe them. They're like, nah, that's maybe one person. It'd be like a homeless person we'd see, like just ask for a couple change. No, they said when they got out, there was literally like just a hall, like literally just like a line of people, like people from old to young. They said like little girls asking to help take their stuff. Like, they were like, whoa, like it was just crazy, right? They knew, since somebody told them, they knew that. So they just kept walking, but everybody's asking like, can we help? Can we help? Can we help? And,
in English? Did your parents ever say that?
No, it was all in Russian.
Okay.
They had a translator. Okay. They had to get everything translated, like all kinds of stuff.
Yeah.
Right.
They probably had to have someone fly with them, huh? Do they have someone fly, or like there's someone there in Kazakhstan that speaks English?
So the way that what I remember is when they went, they were also staying with another, like, so when you go, you don't just go alone. There's like other adopted families that are going there too for the same reason, especially at that time. So you can't adopt in Kazakhstan anymore. They closed that in 2012. From the United States to Kazakhstan, you can't adopt from there. So from 1991 to 2012, there was an opening of adoptions. Like, you could adopt out of Kazakhstan. There's only 6,000 people to be adopted out of Kazakhstan to the U.S. And then from 2012, they cut it off. They said no more adopting, blah, 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 blah. These, like, there's some reason, I think, because of the beef between any of all that, they closed it off. No more, you can't adopt from Kazakhstan anymore. So I'm one of 6,000 kids to get adopted out of there, which is crazy, right? But
dude, like, I kind of want to tear up right now.
No,
that's crazy.
It is crazy,
bro.
Right? But, going on. So they go, they go with families and all that. And there's other people that are adopted and they're staying in this like so-called apartment, right?
Yeah.
And, they have to go like for 4 weeks, do all this paperwork, and they get to see me and stuff. They said the first time that they saw me, like, I didn't smile, right? but I had these I had these little girl boots on that squeaked every time I walked, right? And it was funny. My dad still laughs about it all the time. Because like they kept them for the longest time, but like whenever I'd walk, they'd just be squeaking. They'd know when I was coming because they'd just be squeaking, right? But like it was so poor that they just whatever they got, they would just put on, whoever, right? But I didn't smile for like 2 days, didn't do anything. Finally, once I got comfortable with them, I was staying I was out of the orphanage because for like the first week or whatever, I had to stay in the orphanage. They had to make sure like my parents were like okay and all this stuff like that, do all kinds of crazy stuff, right? And then finally, over time through the adoption process, I got to go back and stay like at their little apartment, right, with this other adopted family. And they said that, I was chill with them. Like I was real cool, real calm and everything. But as soon as the Russian like moms would come in, or the Russian orphanage people would like come in and to like check on, they'd come in every like hour or whatever. They would come over, just check on me, make sure I was all right, make sure they weren't hurting us and all that. Cause I'm telling you, it's like a different world, right? It's not like something we would, it would be normal here. They'd come and as soon as I heard their voice, I'd freak out because like, I knew that was like the bad place. Yeah. Right. Because like, it's not like they don't take one-on-one care of you at orphanages, right? You're literally in a baby house. Like it's a house full of babies with 10 of these, they called them babushkas. That's what, and they're Russian moms considered. And they just take care of them until somebody adopts them out, right? So going on, kind of, they go through the process. And one thing that interested me though was they had to bribe the judges and the attorneys and everybody there to allow them to accept, like to sign paperwork, right? So it was paperwork like of this thick that they had to do to adopt me, right? So over this time, they told them they had to bring gifts. They said it couldn't be from China, and because China is their rival, had to be American made or had to be, it just couldn't be from China. So they brought things like teddy bears. They brought things like dried fruit, like just random things, but it was like American stuff. And when they would have to ask for approval or to sign a paper, they'd have to give them a gift. And if it wasn't from China and if it was acceptable, boom, they would accept it and they would sign it. And then there was a point up until like from what they were telling me is I was ready to go home. Everything was ready. My dad actually left early because he had to go back home for work and all that.
How long were they there for?
They were there for, I don't remember exactly. It was like 2 months, maybe something like that. But
wait, whoa.
It was a long time.
They were there. They were living in caught
for like, it might've been a month and a half. And then my dad had to come home for work. And then my mom stayed there because they thought it was about to be done. They thought my dad was just going to be home for like a week and then she'd be home. Everything would be good. Well, they kept my mom there for like an extra 9 weeks because they wouldn't sign the papers to let me go back home. There was only one paper that they wouldn't sign to let me go back to the United States, and they wouldn't sign it. So they literally kept her there for the longest time. Finally, she did what she could, found out who she could talk to and all that to sign the papers. Boom, papers got signed. And, after all that, I was finally coming home. And the funny thing was, my mom was a vet tech at the time, and she brought home a cat. Like a little, so you've seen Khaki, right?
Yeah.
Dude, she's still alive to this day. Same age as me, 19 years old ass cat, right? But brought home a cat, chilled in the airplane the whole time, dude. It was an 18-hour flight, bro. Like long ass airplane ride. She's still rocking with me, chilling.
Yeah.
The one thing I found out like later on though is when they went there, they were actually going to adopt. Like I would have had a sister, and because they were going to adopt a girl as well. But they wouldn't let them. They wouldn't approve it for some reason. They just wouldn't approve the paperwork and all that. And so then it was just me. And yeah. So I mean, now I'm here, and there's all kinds of things that run through my head all the time and everything. One other crazy thing was the family that they were staying with was they were adopting twins, right? They set of twins all ready for adoption. They were literally like ready, like everything was signed, ready to go home. They said they had to go. The family said they had to go home and like do some final things, like get ready for the kids and all that. Never came back. Right? Like imagine that. And my parents were trying to get, and the only reason why I remember that story, and they told me because they were trying to get those kids after all they heard that happened. They were like, well, shit, like that's terrible and all that.
That is awful.
Right. So, after all that, and I mean, I've always known, that's kind of the story I've always known is just the journey and everything kind of going. And I've always grown up with so many questions, so many whys, hows.
Have you ever had the question as to why, like why you?
Oh, 100%. I ask that all the time. Why me? Why am I here? Why was I born there? Like, why was I put up for adoption? Why did my parents, do the things they did? Everything, all the questions. Why did my adopted parents now, why did they adopt me? There's so many questions. But at the end of the day, I'm lucky. Like, I feel so lucky to be where I am, because knowing everything that I know, I wouldn't know what the hell I'd be doing there.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Because at 16 in an orphanage there, at 16, you're an adult. You're off on your own, doing your own thing. Right? So I could have been homeless, could have been, who knows what the hell I would have been doing. I never could have got adopted. Right? And the thing I think that saved me, because I've talked to a few people about like that have been adopted and stuff, and they say like they struggle kind of like, because like they always feel like their parent, the reason why they were put up for adoption is because their parents didn't love them, right? And love them. The biggest thing for me was like, I always understood that wasn't the reason why I was put up for adoption. I knew that like, it wasn't that, even though I don't know who they are, I have no idea who they are, never met them, never seen them, I have no record of them, don't know their names, nothing. Know nothing about my birth parents. But I understood that it was so damn poor there that it was, the way I try to explain it to people is, try living here. So let's say Clovis. Try living in Clovis 2 days with a family of 4, wife, kids, job, everything, and you're only making $50 a month. It's impossible.
It's impossible.
Impossible. Like that's literally impossible. You couldn't do it here, right?
No.
That's what it was there, man. They were making $50. They were making $50 a month. Like that was the average annual, like monthly income.
Wow.
It was $50 a month. It was so poor there. And me and my dad were talking about it not too long ago. I looked it up to see what the new one. The average yearly income there, $3,000 a month. $3,000 a month, bro. Dude, I was like, right? As soon as I saw that, I'm thinking, bro, there's people here in this world, in the United States, that are stressing because they ain't making 6 figures in a year. These people are making $3,000 a month or a year.
Oh, that's a year?
Yes, yearly.
Oh, I thought you were saying a
no,
month.
No. So it was the $50 a month. And then I said, so yearly. So I wanted to look it up. I couldn't find the monthly, but I found the yearly. Yearly, $3,000. It was like 3,600 and something average.
That was bad,
yeah.
dude.
And that was where I was born. And so in Almaty, Kazakhstan, it's actually really nice. It's like almost like a Dubai type thing. Really like high tech, real like up to date and everything.
Kazakhstan?
No. The capital of Kazakhstan, Almaty.
Okay.
But that's just because it's the capital. And as soon as you leave there, it's just dirt poor everywhere else, right? So yeah, I mean, kind of like I said, like I've just always had those whys, ifs, all kinds of those things. But at the end of the day, I feel lucky. I'm blessed to be where I am, grateful. That's, it took me the longest time to realize how grateful I am for all the things that I had, I got to do, all the way up to my child up to now. And it took me so long to actually realize, like, damn, dude, like my ass could still be in Kazakhstan, you know what I mean? And my parents always told me, they're like, you were always meant to be with us. Like that was, at the end of the day, you were always meant to be with us. Like, have you guys seen the Pixar movies where that little stork delivers the baby, or that saying and all that? They said the stork just dropped you off in the wrong place. You know what I mean? You're always meant to come back to us. We just had to go find you, type thing. And so like, that's another reassuring thing, that shows that they love me, So I've always been grateful for that, because I've always had my parents by my side, especially my dad. I mean, he's been there since day one. So going through that, and the thing that helped too was he actually had the same thing. He didn't know who his mom or his dad was and all that. His mom was an alcoholic, so he didn't have parents like that either. So it was easy to connect with him, talk with him a little bit early on in my, to understand some things. So there's still things I'll never understand.
Right. So when you came to the United States, how old were you?
I was 18 months old.
18 months old.
And when they first saw me, like a picture of me and everything, I was 6 months old.
Okay. Wow. So when you came home, did you already know what was happening, or you were too young? 18 months. You can't.
My earliest remembrance, dead ass, my earliest remembrance was we were still living in Madera. I was probably like 4 years old, and I got like my ass beat by a fucking cat. I got scratched up and everything because I like sat on this cat's tail or something. I was a little like crazy kid. Sat on his tail or something. Cat got pissed, started scratching me up, and that's dead ass the earliest like thing I remember. Wow. So I was like 4, but no, I don't remember anything like at all. There's very few pictures. I've found a few recently, not too long ago, of me, there. But other than that, I mean, I have nothing, dude. Like nothing. It's crazy.
That is nuts, man.
And what's even crazier is in July 19, 2019 was when I actually became a naturalized citizen.
2019?
Yeah. So like I was always a dual citizen, right? And then up until I was 16, 15, 16 time, I tried to get my license, right? Like, every other 15, 16-year-old, I was trying to get my license. And they told me, they're like, something like you're not in our records or something like that. And I'm like, what do you guys mean? And they're like, well, you don't have the right stuff. It's not up to date. They were asking for like some type of record of me, right? And I couldn't remember what it was. Come to find out, it was like they wanted my actual like citizenship card, right? Saying that I was born here and all that. Well, because I was born in Kazakhstan, they couldn't accept it. I had to do this whole type of paperwork, everything like that. Well, there was something, I know we still don't know what it was, but something happened in my paperwork that got either lost or either was just old that we never renewed or just something they never told us, that I literally like from 15, I was about 16 all the way up until 2019, I had to do paperwork to basically redo my citizenship and all that to finally become like an actual like citizen, so I could go get a job, so I could drive a car, so I could do like American things. I had to do the full oath, like everything, bro. Like,
holy crap.
Yeah, everything is crazy, right? And like everybody in the rooms, they're all foreign, like, all from all types of, regions. And it's crazy. Like, and like, but at the end of the day, it's cool. Like I think I could count on my hands how many people I've ever told the whole story to. Like, it's just something I've never really, told. Like, if people care to ask, I'll 100% tell, because people will ask me like, yo, you don't care about it, talking about it or anything? Or like, I don't mean to ask or something. I'm like, dude, I don't care. I love talking about it. You know what I mean? Like, it's sick. Like, how many people do you guys get to meet from Kazakhstan or from Russia, from somewhere else? Like, that is genuinely from there. Like, I'm not blowing smoke up your guys' ass. Like, I'm actually there. You know what I mean?
Do you ever have that feeling of wanting to go back?
Oh, 100%. And I just recently found that there's this thing called a heritage journey, because I always thought it was just like, well, after that, now you just kind of go back on your own. Mm-hmm. But there's this thing called a heritage journey that you actually can like sign up for, sort of thing. And it's through like some type of government people or whatever. And like they set you up through these people that get you in contact with like everything, can kind of just get you to know about where you're from and everything, and help you learn as much as you possibly can. So eventually that's something I really want to do real soon. I always wanted to go back before I was 18, but I was playing baseball so heavily at the time. Like, that was my life, dude. Mm-hmm. I never had the time. We didn't really, that's an expensive ass trip. Cause when I go, I want to spend like a month, 2 months, 3 months there. Like, I want to spend time there. I want to learn everything. I want to try to find my parents, try to find what I could find, all kinds of shit.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I feel like for me, life's kind of like a puzzle, right?
Yeah.
Right. And I feel like me being adopted, and I don't mean this in a selfish way, but me being adopted is like that 5,000 piece puzzle, right? That puzzle that you're eventually going to get done, but it's going to take time, right? Mm-hmm. It's going to take a lot of time to figure out those missing pieces, figure out those things you aren't sure about, figure out everything. But once you complete that thing, you're going to know, there's your puzzle. You just figured out everything. Yeah. And like I said, everybody has a puzzle. Everybody's trying to fill in those pieces, put all the pieces together. But for me, not knowing so many things that I don't know, because like I said, I don't know anything about my parents. I don't know anything about what they looked like. Anything. I don't know if I have brothers and sisters. I don't know if I have, I don't know anything. There's just so many I don't know. What I do know is that just my now, like what I've had today and everything that I've been blessed with. And so it's just kind of like slowly putting the pieces together. And eventually I'll find out more and more about Kazakhstan. I'll find out more and more about who I am and everything. I've done the Ancestry. I've done the, what's the other one? 23andMe or something, or whatever that one is. And they all just tell me the same thing, 90% Russian and like little bits percents of like some little other things. But
that's crazy, man.
Up until now, man, that's pretty much me. There's really nothing much.
It's really nothing much, dude. That's an incredible story, bro. Like, incredible. Like,
it's cool.
Realistically, like, it's insane that you're here.
Yeah, I mean, dude, I look at because like I have my original birth certificate and my passport and everything, and it's like I can't read it. I don't know what the hell it says. I have all my paperwork stuff and everything. It's all in Russian. All my official like birth stuff, all in Russian. Don't know what it says. Couldn't tell you. It's crazy to look at it and be like, damn, I really came from here. Like,
that's nuts.
It's just crazy overall. Like,
I mean, my story is not it's not remotely close to that. But I also was adopted, but not in the sense where I was at an orphanage. My mom left my biological father, and then that's when my father now came in and adopted me to be so I'm the son now. But no, so I was born in Watsonville, the Dirty V over there near the coast, near like Santa Cruz area.
Is that up north?
It's more. I mean, it's literally going west, like, but
Okay.
like.
Yeah, I got you.
Like straight west from here.
Got you.
Straight to like Gilroy area. Okay. But no, I was born over there. Small town, dude. Like small town. When we go back there, like it's nuts, bro. Like it's just so different. And
what's the population? Do you remember? Because I knew, but I think we had like 30,000.
See,
I mean, I think it might have been like 26,000. Now it might be like 30,000.
Let me look this up real quick. I don't think it's not that small because the strawberry brand Driscoll's. Yeah, 53,000 in 2019. So it's decently like
it's like a
Reedley.
Size.
Yeah, it's like
about
a Reedley. It's about a Reedley.
Because Reedley's about 50, 60,000.
But when you go to the grocery store and you see that brand of strawberries, Driscoll's, you may not see that. You may see that. That's where it's from. Actually, like my grandma's house and like where I was like pretty much raised growing up is literally half a mile from the world's biggest strawberry industry in the whole country. Like it's crazy. Yeah, no, it's cool. And like there's a bunch of stuff out there, but it's just a bunch of farming lands and it's just like this, but next to the coast.
And you guys, you spent time there, or were you just born
there? No, I was born there, and I think I spent about 1.5 years there. And then that's when my mom came over here, met my dad, and then I'm here today. But like I said, my story's not that entertaining. But what I think sets me like apart from like your average Joe, man. Like I've been stuck to this YouTube deal and this freaking camera thing for 5 years now, bro. And I just cannot get off it. And like people may just probably think I'm crazy. People like, when you think of a YouTuber or someone trying to become a YouTuber, like it's damn near impossible. And you just kind of look at them as a crazy motherfucker. But until like when the day comes and we're there, then we're not going to be those crazy motherfuckers. But I mean, I just remember the day that I picked up a camera. This is what I can say about myself. The day I picked up the camera was back in 2016. And Marcelo calls me and I'm in Hawaii. And he's like, yo, started vlogging. And I'm like, what do you mean? He's like, bro, I started vlogging. You got to get back. And I'm like, all right, man, I'll be back in a few days. Come back and we start vlogging. And I just remembered the feeling of picking up that camera and talking to it and being able to have a conversation like this and that, and then putting together something. And then the next day at school, I was like watching people like watching it, and like they were coming up to me like, bro, that was so sick, awesome. That's when I fell in love. And it's like, it just takes, I feel like that one little thing that you do a little bit and you just kind of like, there's something that just absolutely like piques your interest so much. And that's what the camera was, that thing for me. And 5 years later, dude, I mean, we're still here. I've done different things along the way, but that's part of my journey. I feel like
when you were growing up, what would you want to be?
Baseball player.
That was what,
right. I wanted to go to the MLB, like every young baseball player out there. But at about the age of when I was a sophomore in high school, I don't know why, but it began to hit me like, hey, I'm not that great at this sport enough to go and play in the pros like my dream is. Like, yeah, I could have, anything's possible, but at that moment I didn't have the work ethic, I didn't have the drive, dedication, none of it.
Yeah,
right, none of it. So I started fading away from baseball and started doing a bunch of different little things. And still to today, like I do a bunch of little bit of everything, because I want to try everything out as much as possible. And then if I don't mess with it, then I move on, but like you said, like behind closed doors, but like any idea is a good idea, right? We could always come back to it. So like things I've started in the past, they're not necessarily just done and in the dirt. They're paused for a moment. You know what I mean? Like when I was 16, I started up a clothing brand real quick. It was off the field baseball inspired brand. It was called Bot 9. I actually did pretty good sales with it. I made a bunch of shirts. Still got a bunch in the garage. But what happened was baseball season came around. I just didn't have enough time. Right? You need time for those things. And that's when I began to realize, hey, like, should I not think of baseball as something, to keep doing? So by the time senior year came, bro, I was already done with baseball and I already started the YouTube deal. So then as soon as college came, I remember I told my parents like, hey, I don't want to play baseball anymore. And telling them that, dude, like they were so shocked. But at the same time, they understood. But dude, I've been playing baseball since I was 2, my mom said. Like my mom said that she just threw me in like T-ball and lied about my age. Like straight up. She lied about my age, said I was 3, but I was only 2 and I was just up there. And I mean, dude, imagine a 2-year-old trying to hit a ball. Like, it's not possible. Like, I wish there was like videos of me back when I was younger playing that. But I mean, that's my life in a nutshell right there, man. Nothing special.
It was just like a good old baseball.
Yeah, we're grinding, man.
Yeah.
We're grinding. That's the way we live our lives. I mean, at least I live my life, man. Grind day to day. Try to get better at least 1% every single day, you know?
I do got one question though. Where do you know where big old Mr. Robert came from or what?
Big Rob? That's actually my biological father's name.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah, Robert. Wait. No, BJ.
Okay.
Wait. Yeah.
No, wait.
I think it is. But no, yeah. So, yeah, Big Rob, man.
Junior.
Robert Joseph Bernal.
Good old Joseph.
Yeah, man. But I wish I had more for you guys, honestly. I wish I went first right there because we could have closed out on you. Because, I mean, dude, your story's nuts, bro.
I mean,
like, and what I take from yours is like, man, like, it's something that you're here. Like, that's
it's crazy, dude.
There's a reason that you're sitting right here, bro.
No, I mean, it's like, dude, I wake up every morning and I'm just like, yo, like I said, dude, like, just, yo, like, I'm here, like, just to be, like, because that's the other thing, too, right? Like, America, like, I always grew up in America, so I knew the freedoms, right? But learning what I do and learning the things I have about Kazakhstan and everything, like, it's not freedom like that there, you know, it's a whole different way that they live. I could be living like that, right? So I'm so lucky to be not there, right? And over here in a sense, because I mean, for now, this is all I knew, right? I don't know what could have happened there. I don't know what the life could have been there, but I wake up every morning and be like, damn, you know, appreciative of my parents doing what they did to do everything that they could to bring me here, right? You know, and to be where I am today, still alive, still healthy, still strong, still striving for excellence, you know, on a podcast, dude, it's sick. You know what I mean? Like, so.
All right, you ready to close up, man?
I guess we could.
Episode 20. 20 weeks in a row, we did it, man.
It is pretty crazy, though. I can't complain.
Yeah, dedicated to the grind.
Dedicated, man.
Next week's episode 21, we got Mr. Brandon Bolett, EPT, baby. No, that's going to be a dope one. We're going to start getting personal trainers on, you know. We're stay versatile here. You know, that's our main thing. Like I keep saying.
These next few weeks are going to be versatile.
Oh, yeah. No, we're getting, dude, we're getting
I think the month of November, I think that's going to be our most versatile month, probably.
Yeah, and a College World Series will be coming out in November.
Yep,
dude, that thing is going to be sick. I cannot wait for that.
Finishing that one up.
Yeah, we're going to be doing some giveaways with that, too. So, I mean, be on the lookout because at the end of the day, GBD is everywhere. GBD's everywhere. We're doing everything. We try new things every single week too. And if you're new here, go check out our Instagram. Go check out our Twitter. Like, go look at what we do on the week to week basis. You can just go and see how we do things. And I mean, I could not be more proud of us, bro. 20 weeks in, I've never been more dedicated to the grind. I've never been more consistent than what I've been right now. Like, it's awesome.
No, yeah, it is.
It is awesome.
Fires me up.
No, it fires me up. And like, honestly, I'm gonna leave out on this. If it wasn't, I personally think that if it was someone different in this chair, I would, or the chair that's sitting across from you in your chair, I think that this wouldn't be my last thing that I try out. I feel like it would, if it was someone else in the chair, I feel like it wouldn't have worked out and I'd have been on to the next thing eventually.
Amen.
But the fact that we're still here, 20 episodes in, structured, growing, adapting, evolving, being excellent. Terrific Tuesdays, all the above.
Hey, one thing I said, right? Or one thing I actually not said, but one thing I saw was if you're 1 to 3 steps ahead, you know, you got it. You're like amateur, got to figure it out. If you can be like 5 to 10 steps ahead, you got to figure it out. You're on the right path. Dude, we're people don't know, but behind closed doors, we're a lot of steps ahead.
I know.
We're ahead. 2022 I think it's going to be a great year, right? And this is just all the padding, everything, getting everything set up. Yeah. Like I said, we're plenty of steps ahead, and I'm fired up to see what 2022 has and everything. The holidays are coming up. It's just overall GBD, man.
Keep rocking with us, baby.
Keep rocking with us. I'm fired up.
All right, guys. That was episode 20 for you guys. Thank you guys for tuning in and listening to episode 20 of Guys Being Dudes. You can find us on Instagram, Twitter, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, TikTok, YouTube, all the above, man. Everywhere you want to find us, you can find us. Just go search up either GBD or Guys Being Dudes. But guys, thank you guys for listening and watching. I am your co-host, RGB, signing off.
And I'm Luke, and it's another great Tuesday. That's episode 20. Remember, guys, like, comment, and subscribe.
Yep.
And hey, let's get this video to 200. That's what I'm saying. Let's get this video to 200 likes on YouTube. Maybe there'll be a little something in store for episode 21.
Dude, if we get, I mean, I've never had a video on that hit 200 likes, but if we can get 200 likes, dude, we'll do something nuts. We'll do something nuts.
We get over 200 views on the podcast. One per each. Every time you like it, just
like the video.
Just like the video. So 200 likes.
Let's go.
Something will be in store for episode 21.
Yep. Let's get it in store. Let's go.
All right,
guys. Later.
Yeah.